So let's see who they're for. Are they for okay, there's Ophelia. Because I think Ophelia is Holy Light Empire. And then Dark Ophelia is Soul Plunderers. She's probably not gonna have a story for forever. Alright, here we go. Here we go. I mean, I think that they're tastefully dressed, so it's fine. All right, so she's got S rank health. I know we talked about Ophelia yesterday, and so basically, at the start of the turn, she recovers 30% max health and removes one negative effect on each team member. It's a 2-round cooldown. This effect cannot be a trigger if this hero is controlled. This is very important for Rift of Chaos because if she has the most hit points, she's got to have resist on her, or else at minimum the Earth Golem would stun her. So this would not work. Keep this in mind. This is very important. For allies above 50% health, applies damage up. For allies below 50% health, restores 20% of their max health at the start of the turn. The reason that a Terra is so clean and that Light Cane is so clean is because Light Cane removes the buffs when the AoE hits you, guaranteed, and a Terra moves the buff just as her trait, and if she removes one on her, then she removes one on everybody. So they're actually a cleaner solution than her. Now with her, what makes her usable in Rift of Chaos is when she's attacked by the boss enemies, she gains elemental advantage. So she's going to be useful in every single one because she'll be the element necessary, you know, to survive. So that's very, very cool. All right, Concerto of Light. Heals all team members, applies counterattack to them for 3 turns? That's a lot of attacks. Okay. And then healing amount scales with this hero's max health. Also applies Concerto of Light to the ally with the highest attack for the same duration. So Concerto of Light means that when casting an ability on an enemy in the default turn, repeats the ability cast. This effect is removed when the applier is dead. So not only do you get counterattack, but your highest attack unit gets to double skill. That is super strong and absurd. I'm here for it all day. I'm here for it. It's fine. Healing Melody. Heals all team members, grants the ally with the highest attack 1 bonus turn, reduces all ability cooldowns by 1 turn. Healing amount scales with this hero's max health. That's pretty cool. Nice heal. Gives a bonus turn to the attacker. I like it. Great. Okay. Deals 120% damage to one enemy and applies increased damage taken to and damage down to them for 2 turns. Wow. So this is going to increase the amount of damage they take, lower the damage they deal to you. When Darktune Ophelia is present, summon her to launch a joint attack with the basic ability. So they definitely are going to join forces and create ridiculous stuff. All right, so that's Ophelia. Let's go to the Soul Plunderers and look at Darkness. Here we go. So Darktune Ophelia kind of looks like Disney's Persephone. So she has an S in speed. So let's check her out because we didn't know what was going on with her, but apparently all team members' speed is increased by 10. Okay. Darktune Ophelia cast Harp of Intimidation at the start of battle for the duration. When a team member or enemy casts specials or ultimate abilities, removes 1 positive effect on each enemy and moves the next enemy to attack to the end of the action queue. My goodness, that's crazy. So they don't lose a turn, but they go last? Wow. Team members' damage against the enemy at the end of the action queue is increased by 35%. When attacked by boss enemies, gains elemental advantage. That is a very, very cool trait. That is very interesting that she is support also. She is just really, That is really weird. I like it. All right, so she cast this buff at the start of the battle for the duration. We don't know how long this lasts. When anybody casts a special or an ultimate, it removes one positive effect on every enemy, and the next enemy that was normally going to attack cowers, and they basically have their speed reduced to where they're the last opponent to attack. And they also take 35% extra damage. That is a very, very interesting thing. Really, really interesting. And then she gets elemental advantage whenever a boss hits her. So she'll be good for any run, because you can use her in anything since she gets elemental advantage. So that's pretty cool. Shadow Symphony deals 150% damage to all enemies, plus true damage equal to 15% of their max hit points. That's so much. Applies max health up to all team members. When Ophelia is present, she grants a bonus turn. My gosh, all right. Wow. Okay. Yes. Yes, 6. She completely eliminates your team comp by making someone who is going to go in order last. Unless you did not have a team comp at all and it didn't matter. Yes. Alright, Shocking Tune. Deals 100% damage to all enemies, plus true damage equal to 8% of their max health. Wow, that's a lot. Also applies 3 random stats down to them for 2 turns. For enemies with no positive effects, applies random stats down 2 for 2 turns instead of random stats down. Okay. That's a lot of damage though. 8% of their max health. Wow. But they want you to build her with speed, so she goes first. So that's a good way for her to be a damage dealer. And she's able to deal damage and not discriminate versus the element of the enemy. That's pretty smart. Strings of Destruction. Deals 110% damage plus true damage equal to 6% of their max health. So she overall will do more damage than Brand the Brilliant, but it's going to come from this. Brand the Brilliant, I believe it does 3%. She's doing 6%. And this is going to be the kicker, this. Because Brand the Brilliant also has a 20% true damage, and he has another 20% true damage where after everybody, he's, got 8 rage. So she's not out of line with Brand the Brilliant, but she's definitely packaged differently, and they have these at a specific amount to make sure she's not too gross. Yeah. A buffed MSB. She only joint attacks when Ophelia's there, so she's really kept in line, because you have to have someone like Aaron to guarantee a joint attack, or she's not even really good to try to put her in that situation because her attack is not high. So I think she's well built. I like them. Okay, I like them both. I think they're great. I think they're just enough ridiculous for them to be enjoyable. And where do we want to go? I think we want to go here, and we're gonna try out. I want to go here. And I want to try out Ophelia. Now, instead of focus, we're going to have her speed. And so she's going to be green, just based on elemental advantage when we get to the boss. So I think we have enough defense to help her get there. We're going to see. Just want to see her in action.
You are now one step closer to death. Time to end the grace of the graceless. Embrace the rectification of the light. my final never fall to darkness. You are now one step closer to death. You are now one step closer to death. Let me show you what true sorcery entails. Embrace the rectification of the light. This is my final warning. We'll never fall.
No, I actually think the support gear is great. I mean, she'll do enough damage with true damage, so I'm not concerned about that. I'm really just enjoying seeing her in action.
You are now one step closer to death. You are now one step closer to death. Time to end the grace of the graceless. Embrace the rectification of the light. This is my final warning. The time consumes all. You are now one step closer to death. We'll never fall to darkness. We'll never fall to darkness. Let me show you what true sorcery entails. Evil cannot stand against our power. This is my final warning. You are now one step closer to death. The time consumes all. We'll never fall to darkness. We'll never fall to darkness. Let me show you what true sorcery entails. Evil cannot stand against our power. You are now one step closer to death. This is my final warning. The time consumes all. We'll never fall to darkness. We'll never fall to darkness. You are now one step closer to death. Let me show you what true sorcery entails. Embrace the rectification of the light. This is my final warning. The time consumes all. You are now one step closer to death. We'll never fall to darkness. We'll never fall to darkness. Let me show you what true sorcery entails. Evil cannot stand against our power. We'll never fall to darkness. This is my final warning. You are now one step closer to death.
I like this because she does just enough true damage to get the job done.
We'll never fall to darkness. We'll never fall to darkness. Let me show you what true.
I think that's very cool. They built her. She does just enough to fill in for DPS. I think it's awesome.
This is my final warning.
Listen, I've been watching that hit point buff. The hit point buff is insane, and I didn't even see that in the notes when I read about her. I'm going to do another fight without any commentary. But that was crazy.
To death. Time to end the grace of the Greeks. Evil cannot stand against our power. This is my final never warning. Fall to darkness. Of the light. You are now one step closer to death. Let me show you what true sorcery entails. You are now one step closer to death. This is my final warning. Embrace the rectification of the light. Let me show you what true sorcery entails. Will never fall to darkness. You are now one step closer to death. You are now one step closer to death. Let me show you what true sorcery entails. Evil cannot stand against our power. This is my final warning. The time consumes all. You are now one step closer to death. We'll never fall to darkness. We'll never fall to darkness. Time to end the grace of the Greeks. Embrace the rectification of the light. This is my final warning. You are now one step closer to death. The time consumes all. We'll never fall to darkness. We'll never fall to darkness. Let me show you what true sorcery entails. Evil cannot stand against our power. You are now one step closer to death. This is my final warning. The time consumes all. We'll never fall to darkness. We'll never fall to darkness. You are now one step closer to death. Let me show you what true sorcery entails. Embrace the rectification of the light. This is my final warning. to darkness. Will never fall to darkness. Ha! Time to end the grace of the great. Embrace the rectification of the light. This is my final warning. You are now one step closer to death. The time consumes all. Will never fall to darkness. Will never fall to darkness. Time to end the grace of the great. Evil cannot stand against our power. You are now one step closer to death. This is my final warning. The time consumes all. Will never fall to darkness. Will never fall to darkness. You are now one step closer to death.
Pulled him earlier today. So, thanks again, Sosaawa. Let's check this out.
Let me show you what true sorcery entails. Embrace the rectification of the light. This is my
Remember, Masao. I've got friends in low places. I've got friends.
Embrace the rectification of the light. You are now one step closer to death. Time to end the grace of the graceless. You are now one step closer. This is my final warning. Will never fall to darkness.
As true as that is, it's always fun to be able to just show off the units. I'm going to be working on a Rift team today, though, because my free-to-play account can now access Rift of Chaos. So we are going to be working on that. I'll do a lot of that off camera. See if I can get them ready for tomorrow.
You are now one step closer to death. You are now one step closer. Let me show you what true sorcery entails. Evil cannot stand against our power. This is my final warning. I will keep you away. The time consumes all. You are now one step closer to death. Will never fall to darkness. Will never fall to darkness. Time to end the grace of the graceless. Evil cannot stand against our power. Will never fall to darkness.
The amount of true damage that she's dealing is wonderfully absurd. It's not as much as Brand the Brilliant by just a hair, but she definitely performs the same function and buffs the team so much more.
Will never fall to darkness. Will never fall to darkness. Time to end the grace of the graceless. Evil cannot stand against our power. Will never fall to darkness. You are now one step closer. This is my final warning. I will keep you away. We'll never fall to darkness. We'll never fall to darkness. You are now one step closer. Let me show you what true sorcery entails. Wipe them out. Embrace the rectification of the light. We'll never fall to darkness. Ha! This is my final warning. I will sweep you away. You are now one step.
Nice. So you have so you pulled both Ophelias already? That's awesome. Now, one thing I will say about the summon Misal is it's probably as fair as it could be because it has its own pity. It's using regular summon crystals, not limited summon crystals. And on top of that, there's a 50% chance if it's light or dark to pull either one of them. So it's really the fairest odds that they've had for a light dark summon. Hopefully it will start a new trend.
We'll never fall to dark. We'll never fall to darkness. Let me show you what true sorcery entails. Wipe them out. Evil cannot stand against our power. You are now one step closer. This is my final warning. I will sweep you away. The time is all. We'll never fall to dark. We'll never fall to darkness. You are now one step closer. Time to end the grace of the graceless. Wipe them out. Evil cannot stand against our power. I'm a portal. No.
Listen, she's super solid. Dark Ophelia is definitely in the building. I think they did a great job with her. I think she's really, really good. So, good luck to everybody pulling her because if you get her, that's super sick. Light Ophelia looks like she's going to be awesome too, since she'll take care of a lot of healing. But I think what surprised me the most is that the harmonic pause ability, where she sends one enemy to the back of the turn order, I think that is crazy and really, really cool. So, I think she's built really well, and it's awesome.